What's up, guys, and welcome back to That Chick Angel TV. It is my 22, actually it'll be 23 week pregnancy update. This pregnancy has felt like it is flying by. I cannot believe that I'm already 22 weeks. Like, July is going to be here in no time. So as a recap, my due date is July 17th. I do not plan on finding out the gender of the baby, but we'll get back to that. And this is my fourth child. My first pregnancy was with a singleton that was almost 10 years ago. He'll be 10 in August. I have twin boys that are now 4 years old. Their birthday just passed on March 10th. And now this is baby number 4. Because of my age, I am over 35. This is considered a geriatric pregnancy. However, my doctor has treated this probably more like a regular pregnancy more than any of the other ones that I've had. I don't go to the doctor often. The next time I see him is in like 6 weeks. So I feel blessed by that. Nothing, no major health concerns of any type have happened during this pregnancy. Actually, getting pregnant was quite easy. It didn't seem easy to us at first because we were so used to, me and my husband were so used to getting pregnant so quickly. We got pregnant with my son Marcus because I missed a day of taking my birth control pills. I got pregnant with my twins as soon as I took my IUD out. And then this baby, it took us about 3.5 months to get pregnant after taking out my IUD. What's some things that I can tell you that has happened thus far? I have started to have some sciatic nerve problems. The sciatic nerve usually happens from your buttocks down your leg. Mine has mostly been in my butt. So if I've been laying down too long or sitting down too long and I roll in a certain direction, like I'll feel like a little bit of a sharp pain in my booty. But that's pretty much the most irritating thing. You all will see a belly shot. My belly is still protruding. It's definitely protruding more. I can still hide my belly in certain clothing. There are certain things that I can wear and no one would know I was pregnant. And then there are things like what I have on today. If you saw me, you would absolutely know, oh, this woman is expecting. My innie has definitely became an outie. But like for auditions and stuff, I'm still able to hide it, which is great because I start shooting Netflix's Atypical again, season 3, come April. So they're going to want to be able to hide this because my character is not pregnant, at least not to my knowledge. I've been a lot sleepier than what I was at the beginning of the pregnancy, really like needing at least 8 hours, if not more, being able to fall asleep in the middle of the day and be knocked all the way out. Of course, my memory is getting a little foggy and it's short-term memory, like trying to remember what I want to say next is like more of a problem now. I'm like, what was it? Doing okay with like memorizing lines and things like that. But in conversation, the thoughts get knocked out of my head so quickly. I still feel like full strength. I haven't been in the gym the way I want to be. So hopefully I'll start that back up by the end of this week. I don't feel weak at all. Still very active, which is good. I definitely count it a blessing that I am healthy. Now, jumping to the whole thing of not wanting to find out the gender, but titling this gender reveal. So I had made up in my mind at the top of this pregnancy, I didn't want to know just because I already have 3 boys. And I can tell you all this right now. There has not been one time I've been told that I was going to have a boy in any of my pregnancies that I have responded happily. I have cried every single time I found that out. Because I have never wanted a boy, ever. I just did not grow up wanting boys. And the fact that I already have 3 is astounding to me. I've always wanted to be a mom, but I wanted to be a mom of girls. That's it. So the whole idea of I'm a mother to boys, I've definitely accepted because I've had boys for 9 years now. But it's never been a desire in my heart to be a mother of boys. I mean, the truth is the truth. So I did not want to find out just in case I was having a boy because I didn't want to have that moment again. I wanted to have a pregnancy where I was just happy the whole way through and not putting this like negative thing on my baby. And because the fact of the matter is I cannot control that feeling. Like, listen, I'm fully aware that I am hella blessed, that I'm so fertile, so healthy. My kids have all been healthy, came out with no medical issues whatsoever. However, my heart, since I was probably 4 or 5, has always been to be a mother to girls. So I just didn't want, even though I will definitely accept the fact that if I'm having a boy, I will accept it and I will be blessed and I will, be joyous in the house. I just know within the pregnancy, if I found out I was having a boy, I would not take it in a grateful manner. Well, lo and behold, I had an ultrasound on my 20-week ultrasound. I told the doctor I did not want to know what the gender was. So I'm thinking we were going to avoid the entire pelvic area of my child. Now, granted, you don't know which way the baby's going to be laying once you get in there. So the doctor's measuring. We're looking at the baby's stomach. I'm looking at the baby's heartbeat. I look at the baby's brain. And within a matter of like split second, not even full second, the doctor kind of swooped to kind of look at the baby's legs. And my child's legs were gapped wide open. And lo and behold, what am I almost certain that I saw? I would say I'm 99.9% certain I saw a penis and testicles. And like I thought I would if I found out too soon, I cried, not in the ultrasound, but when I got home, and then I cried a week later. It's hard to give up a dream that you've just had for so long. Now, I only say 99.9% because a medical professional did not tell me that I was having a boy. However, everyone that has tried to help me and be like, no, it can still be a girl, yada, 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 has only more solidified that this is a boy. Because the stuff that they're showing me is only solidifying that it's a boy, not a girl. I'm not going to post, I videoed the whole ultrasound because I video all my ultrasounds. I'm not going to post what I saw because I don't need any more validation. I don't need any more encouragement, nor do I need anyone agreeing with me anymore. I just want to leave it where it is. But yeah, I've had two people that really went ham and you might not know. And one lady, she was like, it's the angle of the dangle. The angle of the dangle is a theory that kind of stops being relevant after 16 weeks. My baby was 20 weeks. My best friend, Erica, she's sending me articles and not reading the full articles and finding out that like the picture that went along with the article was the picture of boy genitalia. They were like, the article was like, oh, I thought I was having a boy. Turns out I was having a girl. They show the picture of what they saw in their ultrasound. It doesn't look like my ultrasound. Then later on, the picture that she saw that she thought went with the article, it would be someone saying, no, this is what a boy looks like. And that would look exactly like my ultrasound. So I was like, let me stop, because that was upsetting me even more. Like I was losing more and more hope. The more people tried to help me to have hope because they were just solidifying, this is a boy, this is a boy. So I'm still not finding out for certain, but I am preparing my heart to have a fourth boy and letting go of the thought of having a girl. That's going to make me cry. Listen, I know people who have had stillbirth. I know people who have birthed children and their children have passed away soon after. I know of people who have had kids that have sat in the NICU for several weeks before they've been able to even bring the baby home, and they live a life of having to always closely monitor their children's health. I know of all the ways that this could actually be a situation worth crying about. So I'm fully aware of these tears being not really worth a hill of beans. However, it does not stop them from coming. They come anyway. So anyways, I am just leaving it alone. And like I said, just preparing my heart. I'll be happy regardless when the baby gets here. I will not be like, oh, why? That's the one reason why I wanted to wait, because I knew regardless, once that baby is out of my body and in my arms, I'm going to be ecstatic. I had to have a conversation with my mom because my mom loves to call this baby girl. Now, she knows there's people who don't know the situation that like I go to church with, and they just know that I want a girl. So when they're like, I'm praying for a girl, not knowing that I'm almost certain it's a boy, I don't correct them because they don't know my business. My mother, however, I'm like, listen, I know you want a girl. Nobody wanted a girl more than me. But I need you to keep that girl thing in your own heart. Pray to God. Maybe there's a miracle that he'll create and I'll be so wrong that 1% will kick in. But I need for you to allow my brain to get to where it needs to be so that I'm not over here upset about something that's not worth being upset about. Marcus is going to get his vasectomy. He said he'll get it either right before the baby comes or right after the baby comes. So this will be our last child. Now, he did say in 10 years we could adopt a little girl. I'm not trying to raise no child. I ain't trying to raise no new child into my 50s. Absolutely not. No. So, yeah, no, that part was a little sad, but we do have names. We had names for regardless of the gender. So this baby has a name if it's a boy, and if for some crazy way it ends up being a girl, we have a name for her as well. And the last thing I want to address, the big thing that happened with my last video. So my last video was originally entitled, I Couldn't Find the Heartbeat. Based off the fact that in the video, I talk about how I could not find the heartbeat on the sonogram my husband got me. Well, obviously, and I say obviously because I know what people would initially think if they didn't know me. Obviously, people thought, oh, something's wrong with the baby. However, people who've been following me for a while know that ain't no way that I'm going to post a video about my baby not living in my body on YouTube shortly after it happens, even at all. That's never been our style. That's never been our zhuzh on this channel. We do walk in some transparency, but we are a family that has to process stuff first before we share, and we decide what we're going to share then. And I know people were like, that's clickbait, I don't like it, yada, yada, yada. Here's my thing. I understand why people don't like clickbait, but don't be so clickbaitable is my thing. Me and my husband have noticed, and it does irritate us a lot, that people will be quicker to click on something that they think is horrible more so than they think is good. And I understand people wanting to click on certain things because they're concerned. But if you had clicked on earlier things, you would have already known that, like, that's not how we roll. Like, I think sometimes people get really comfortable in watching other people's misery. And while I do apologize if I did make anyone worry about my baby, I do think this is a valuable lesson, not just for me, but for people who watch my videos or who watch YouTube videos. Don't be so quick to click on things that have horrible titles, and you won't find so many influencers feeling the need to use those type of titles to get your attention. I mean, if we said we were losing our home versus buying a home, I could tell you the huge difference between the amount of views. There would be at least a 50%, it would double. So if we put buying a home, that would get 5,000 views versus if I say losing a home, that would get 10,000. Like, that's not on me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I get to choose the title, but if at the end of the day, I'm trying to get as many eyeballs on it, I'm strategically trying to think, yes, if we were to sell this home, we would be losing this home to someone else. So would I use that verbiage? Probably, just so I could have more views. So just FYI, if you're new to my channel, if you ever see any bad news posted on here, know that I've already processed it. I'm not more than likely in the middle of it, or if I am, I have a good enough handle on it that I'm okay with sharing it. But we have never been ones. We are not in the moment people to be like, and this is what's happening, and we're in the muck and mire and the sorrow of it. I don't do well with that type of, I don't know, therapy. Some people do. Some people do very well with that. That is not that's not how I do. So just know, thank you for your prayers and concerns. But I wanted to address that because I saw so many people just like, no. And I was like, there was a lot of people whose names I had never seen comment before. And I was like, wait, you took the time to comment on a video because the title was something that had you worried, but you have never commented on a video when there's been something good and said congratulations. And you know, that's not everybody. And this is this is a platform where you, the audience, gets to comment. And I love comments. I don't mind negative comments. I mean, it opens my eyes to things sometimes too. But I would be remorse if I was just like, so I did edit the title out of respect for people's comments. But I did want to address the fact that, listen, y'all quit being so quick to click on stuff that's negative. Click on some positive stuff. Then you won't get clickbaited. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, I want to show y'all. I want to end this with not only a belly shot, but a video of my baby waving to me and the boys. They were the baby just he just did this. Oh, it melted my heart. Oh.
There's 2 feet. 1
feet.
Oh. There's feet. Oh, there's a baby. Mommy, it's ultrasound, mommy.
Oh, look.
See, it's waving.
The baby has his hand up like this.
Yeah.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Oh, so if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I'll be uploading more about my pregnancy update, as well as some of the reactions of people when they found out we were pregnant, as well as the twins' point of view on getting a new little baby brother or sister. All right, guys, please subscribe, like, and share. You guys be blessed. Bye.
So glad you asked. I'm talented and funny with a whole lot of class. Watch me juggle my jam-packed life, whether it's Hollywood or being Tank's wife. Have your heart stolen by the apples of my eye. Got my eldest son Marcus and my twins kind side.
Don't know what mine's gonna do next, but once she's done, you're gonna be blessed.